afternoon, good evening, or whatever time you are watching this video. I'm Maxine Loyola, a graduating student of BS Architecture from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Manila. For today's video was requested by Rhea, so thank you for requesting this vlog. For today is I will be sharing watercolor tips, and I was inspired to paint La Casita from Encanto.
He told me that the life of my dreams.
Day 1 was all about sketching, and yes guys, inuulit ko na naman ang voiceover ng video na ito dahil hindi nag-record yung audio ng una kong ginawa. So ito na naman ako, nagbo-voiceover ulit. So bahala na kung maintindihan nyo. Charot. So anyway, ito na. So kapag kayo ay mag-watercolor painting, syempre kailangan nyo mag-sketch. And kapag mag-sketch kayo, always do light sketches only using graphite pencils, 2H, 3H, 4H, o kung ano mang mas light. So take note, ito ang hindi alam ng karamihan. Once na binasa mo na ang iyong watercolor paper, it's impossible to erase yung mga linya ng mga pencil nyo. So yan, mag-ingat kayo dyan guys. Now you know. Okay, so day 2 na talaga yung simula ng talagang watercolor painting. As you can see, this is the reference I used for this painting. And first step before starting your watercolor painting is, of course, know your materials. Prepare your materials. For this painting is I would be using Koi Sakura watercolor. So ito ay matagal na sa akin, and ang kagandahan sa watercolor brand na ito is napaka-pigmented niya. And as you can see, hindi ako naglilinis ng color palette, and kasi yan ang good thing about watercolor, kahit matuyo na yung pigment is it's still reusable. So matipid and mayu-utilize mo siya compared to other medium like acrylic. So, syempre, kung may watercolor, paano nga ba tayo makapag-paint kung walang mga paintbrush? So, always know the type of brush that you would be using. So, kakailanganin nyo ng iba-ibang klaseng brush, flat brush, angled brush, round brush, detailed brush, and so much more. Lahat ng mga types of brush kung meron man kayo. So, dapat meron kayo ng mga yan. But, it's okay naman, hindi kailangan lahat meron. At least kung ano yung nakikita nyo sa video, okay na yan guys. Siyempre, kailangan nyo rin mag-prepare ng tubig. Paano ka makakapag-watercolor painting kung wala kang tubig, diba? Before anything else, wet the paper first using flat brush. Dahil ang watercolor paper ay parang tao rin. Nasa stress pag nabibigla. Dito naman sa day 2 is mas makikita nyo kung gaano siyang ka-progressive in terms of starting from the base layer and sa mga susunod na patong ng mga kulay. So always remember that watercolor painting, ang sikreto dyan is layering. So layering can be done in so many ways, like for example, pwedeng wet on wet, wet on dry, dry on wet, and so much more. So for example, hihintayin mo munang matuyo yung first layer or yung base color mo, and then kapag natuyo na siya, dun mo lang siya papatungan ng panibagong pigment para mas maging dark yung outcome niya. The key on doing your watercolor painting is be patient. Huwag kang attack, magtiyaga ka, hintayin mong matuyo, huwag ka muna magpatong ng kung ano-anong kulay at baka masira ang iyong watercolor painting. And isa pa, kailangan din pag-aralan mo ang color mixing. Kailangan alamin mo rin yung color intensity, gaanong karami ng tubig yung ilalagay, gaanong katapang yung pigment, and so much more. Like for example, ang common mistake ng mga watercolor artists or ng mga beginners is kapag gusto nilang mas light yung pigment is nilalagyan nila ng white na watercolor. And I do not prefer that and I do not recommend that. So, barely ko lang siya ginagamit yung white na watercolor because nagiging grayish yung outcome niya. If gusto nyo mas maging light yung pigment, simple lang naman, dagdagan nyo lang ng tubig hanggang sa makuha nyo na yung gusto nyong timpla ng kulay. Be careful on using black pigment naman dahil ito ay napakatapang, so kahit katiting lang ilagay nyo, pwede niyang ma-ruin yung color mixture nyo. In doing your watercolor painting, of course, you can actually drag those colors out para mas maging light yung outcome by using water. So, mag-add lang kayo ng tubig kung gusto nyo pang scatter yung color or kung gusto nyo i-control on a particular area na gusto nyong paintan. And actually, ang pinakamadugo ay magaganap sa susunod na araw. So, eto na guys, ang pinaka-kinatamaran ko sa lahat at pinaka-kinaiyakan ko sa lahat ay ang pagpe-paint at pagdi-details ng mga halaman ng grass at ng roof shingles. So, napakahirap niya. So, pinapanood ko tong video ko habang ine-edit. Natapos ko pala to. So, nabanggit ko nga guys yung purpose ng layering sa watercolor and sobrang nagamit ko to especially when detailing yung roof shingles. So, at first, I was really hesitant kung magagawa ko siyang mukhang roof shingles and ngayon, medyo nasa-satisfied na naman ako at this rate. So, kung mapapansin nyo is kailangan talaga ng layering, magtiyaga ka, magpatong ng kulay. And kung gusto mo gumawa ng darker na color, pwede ka naman magdagdag ng konting black para mas dark siya. Pero mas okay kung mag-experiment ka sa color mixture, kunyari yung brown. Since parang yung background niya or yung base color niya is about green dahil puro halaman, pwede mong dagdagan ng dark green. So, pwede siya mag-result sa mas dark na color. Pwede mo rin siyang dagdagan ng iba-ibang colors like violet and so much more. Mag-explore ka lang para mas maging organic yung kulay. So, kung mapapansin nyo, maraming ways on how to do your watercolor painting, pero ang ginawa ko is portion by portion. So, ganun ang aking progress for this watercolor painting. Kasi yung ibang mga painters, ang ginagawa nila is magbe-base color sila sa buong papel. So, ang ginawa ko naman dito is area by area dahil ang reason ko naman for this is iba-iba naman kasi yung characteristics ng La Casita na watercolor painting. So, narito na tayo sa wakas sa day 4 na kung saan I have to paint the upper portion of La Casita. And, obviously naman, ang hirap nung part ng kay Isabela, kaya ihuhuli ko yun guys. So, eto na guys ang isa sa mga pinaka-crucial part when it comes to watercolor painting. Know the type of rendering technique or the brush stroke that you are going to apply. Kailangan ba ay parang hatching? Kailangan ba pointillism? And for this, part that you're seeing right now is I am detailing yung mga hala-halaman sa upper portion ng bahay. So, take note kung gusto nyong mas concentrated yung water, of course, at kung gusto nyong mas matapang, mas dark, mas firm, of course, kailangan you have to use less water. So as you can see, I'm detailing yan yung halaman right now. And kung mapapansin nyo, mayroon akong ginawang base color or yung base tone which is green din. Then nagdagdag ako ng mas dark. And ito na ang isa pang sikreto kapag magwa-watercolor painting is always start from light to dark. So ganun dapat ang watercolor painting. Mahirap magretoke ng painting na watercolor kapag nag-start ka na agad sa pinaka-dark. So, mahirap na yun patungan ng light colors. Dahil watercolor is transparent to translucent na medium. Unlike acrylic na isang opaque rendering material. As mentioned, ito na guys ang pinaka-hinuli kong part ng aking painting and mahirap i-achieve yung ibang color sa watercolor. And let's admit that may limit din ang aking skills, charot. And may limit din ang pigments ng watercolor. Unlike acrylic na pwede mong mas gawing glossy, shining, shimmering, splendid. For the last part of my painting, actually gusto ko pa siyang pagandahin. Pero I know I can do better than this. And you can do better than this, guys. Nagbibigay lang ako ng tips and a bit. So, for this is, gumamit ako ng Prismacolor. So, may kamahalan nga lang ang Prismacolored pencils. Pero kagandahan sa Prisma is very soft yung kanyang tip. And siya ay madaling ipatong at maganda i-blend. So kung mapapansin nyo, kahit yun ay sobrang pigmented na nung aking watercolor painting, nung pinatungan ko lang ng color white na colored pencil is parang nagpa-pop out din yung colors. So yan yung pwede nyong gawing finishing touches. After watercolor, pwede kunyari magbe-base color ka lang, then pwede mo siyang i-detail using colored pencils. At syempre, to add more pop sa ating work is nagdagdag ako ng acrylic for the special details which is yung shining, shimmering, splendid na butterflies, mga dots, and so much more para magkaroon ng kahit papano texture yung aking output. So, ayun na guys, before of course I reveal the final output, let's have a summary sa ating watercolor tutorial. So, ito na ang ating takeaway for this vlog. So, of course, number 1 is prepare your materials, know the brand. So, kailangan alam mo ang kanila mga characteristics. May mga watercolor nga pala na chalky, may hindi magandang pigment, and so much more. And, of course, know the type of brushes that you are going to use. Number 2 is layering. So, ayan, always be patient. So, kailangan maghintay ka kung kailan ka dapat mag-apply ng panibagong layer, panibagong kulay. So, kailangan ba papatuyuin ko muna ba siya ikaw hindi. Number 3 is color mixing. So, kailangan maaral mo rin kung ano ang primary, secondary, and tertiary colors para ikaw ay mas praktisado and mas skillful when it comes to color mixing. Number 4, in watercolor paintings, it's preferred to start from light to dark application muna. Number 5. So, malaki ang nagagawa ng water amount kapag ikaw ay nagwa-watercolor painting. So, for example, kapag sobrang masyadong maraming tubig, is pwede siyang mamuti kapag natuyo na. And aside from those, speaking of water amount, it also controls the intensity of the pigment. Lastly is details comes last. And sabi nga nila, devil is in the details. So ayan, sana marami kayo natutunan and ito na ang final output. Wow! So ayan guys, thank you for watching and I hope na mas maganda ang inyong magagawang mga watercolor paintings with me. Thank you rin sa CADBE Student Council for watching also this video na isang pre-screening of my vlog na ipapublish ko rin within the week. So thank you guys. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Kung nasan man siya. And this is Maxine who always keeps on saying, trust the process and keep the passion burning. Bye!